I am the Irish guy, and the clap is back. That sounded weird. But yes, we are back with another Premier League predictions episode, and today the word is revenge. Because I just went on LukePingu's Christmas quiz, and I was certain I was going to finish top of the leaderboard, flex my underrated football knowledge, and then the first question he gives me is about cricket.
The World Cup had 5 billion viewers, but which sporting event is the second highest ever viewed? Is it the Women's World Cup, the Cricket World Cup, the Super Bowl, or the Tour de France?
Are you for Luke? I don't know any other sports.
It's not even football related, this.
Me? Cricket? You might as well ask me how many times Johnny Depp has licked an ice cream in his life. I would prefer questions about Jiminy Cricket, thanks. So today, this human penguin is the latest that I'm going head to head with. Let's see if this football brainiac is the man to finally overtake Anfield Legend at the top. And Luke, what forfeit are you gonna give me to do in case you win? I mean, considering the way he absolutely stitched me up, I'm guessing this cruel, heartless man is probably gonna tell me to do something horrible like bite off my sister's feet.
You right, guys, I've been asked to do my Premier League predictions for the weekend coming up. But before we get into those, let's talk about the forfeit. I think since I'm a Derby fan, I've got a good one. What I want you to do, when I finish top of the leaderboard.
When he finishes top? This feels like smack talk already.
Is basically, if you could go onto classic football shirts, and if you want to search Derby County, and whatever the most expensive one is, come the time, that'll be your forfeit.
That's it? Buy a Derby County top. I mean, I told him he could go as crazy as he wanted. Do these people not realize the power I'm giving them? Luke, you could have told me to fly to a Namibian jungle and live with a bunch of hungry gorillas for a month. You could have had me begging my postman for a kiss. You could have had me eating a bird poo sandwich. But no, instead, all I'm gonna have to do is buy a Derby County shirt. Fine, I'll just add it to the pile. Right, let's go. Aston Villa versus Man City.
Really enjoying Manchester City's downfall at the minute. Like Pep Guardiola failing is just so exciting.
Exciting? I think it's depressing. Seeing the great Pep Guardiola getting tactically outwitted by lesser managers each and every week is like watching your childhood superhero like Spider-Man suddenly get locked up for tax fraud.
So I'm going to go for a nice 2-1 Aston Villa. We'll go for a John McGinn, Ollie Watkins, Gvardiol. Why not? Another header. Go on, mate.
Another Man City loss. Another one. Okay, relax, everybody. Okay, they're not going to lose every week. I actually think they're going to win here. I think Man City are going to unleash their embarrassment and frustration on poor little Villa. I'll be honest, lads. I think Villa's motivation for the Premier League is gone because they know they're not going to qualify for the Champions League again. So you might as well go out and try to win that whole thing instead. Yeah, I know that sounds absolutely insane. Aston Villa winning the Champions League? But why not? It's a knockout competition, and Unai Emery is one of the biggest cup specialists in the world. Oh yes, City win 3-1, John Duran for Villa, and 2 for Erling Haaland, and 1 for Kevin De Bruyne. Brentford versus Nottingham Forest.
It's either going to be a really tight game at like a 1-0, or it's going to be like a 3-3. It's that kind of option here. But I'll go for the 1-0 Brentford.
No, 1-0. This is obviously going to be a crackerjack match. Every single Brentford game at home is so ferociously entertaining. The fact you're even contemplating scraping just a 1-0. What? Have you not been paying attention? That's like thinking you're going to tune into a Mr. Beast video where he's just picking his nose for half an hour. No, you're going to see some very loud, obnoxious stuff. You are going to see a bag of goals at Brentford's ground. We're actually at the point now where those home fans have been spoiled so much this season that they would probably treat a 1-0 win as if they were given socks for Christmas.
And we will say a bit of Mbeumo. Hopefully the players that I do suggest aren't injured. I'm, obviously a bit more of a Championship fan, so I'm not on it as much as I used to be with the Premier League, like keeping up to date with who's doing what.
Oh, interesting. He's making excuses already. Oh, Pingu, this is my day of revenge.
Yeah, I'll go for Mbeumo. If he's there even.
Where else would he be? Shoe shopping with his mum? I'll go for a pretty wacky 3-1 Brentford win. Goals from Brian Mbeumo, Yohan Wissa, and Kevin Shaddy versus 1 for Forest, Chris Wood. But yeah, pretty comfy bees win. Ipswich versus Newcastle.
I do fancy Newcastle, to be fair.
Why is he saying that with shame? He looks like someone who's had to own up during a game of Truth or Dare that he fancies his cousin. Boy, is that going to make for an awkward Christmas meal with the fam.
Go 3-1 Newcastle. The goal for Ipswich will go Liam Delap because he's doing really well this season. Goals for Newcastle, cheeky bit of Gordon, Tonali, and
Has he fallen asleep in his chair? Should I phone an ambulance? He hasn't moved in about a minute. Is he having a stroke?
Bruno Guimaraes, why not?
You know what? I will also go for a 2-goal Newcastle win. The Magpies have their mojo back, and so yeah, easy 2-0 win. Alexander Isak and Anthony Gordon will silence the crowd in the first half. West Ham versus Brighton.
Next game, West Ham against Brighton. 3 o'clock.
Sorry? Is this man choking on his tongue? Maybe you're tripping over your own words, Luke, because you feel guilty for tripping me up in the Christmas video. I should really let that one go. But no, actually no, because those tough questions have put me bottom of the leaderboard, level with Jackmate, who I think we can all tell is the football knowledge of a spoon. And not even a good spoon. One of those plastic ones you used to eat soup on an aeroplane. And yes, I'm going hard on Jackmate right now because I asked him to do one of these things, and but you've now been ghosting me for a month. Now I sound like an incel on Tinder.
Next game, West Ham against Brighton. 3 o'clock kickoff. And I'm going to go for a... West Ham have been a bit shaky with Lopetegui. Yeah, 2-1 Brighton. Bit of Danny Welbeck. James Milner. Yeah, go James Milner goal. Why not? And then West Ham goal for Bowen. It's always Bowen in it.
I actually think West Ham will have taken huge confidence from that win over Wolves. And the fact they were a last-minute wonder goal free kick away from beating Bournemouth. So you know what? 3-0 West Ham win. Goals from Mohamed Kudus, Jared Bowen, and Thomas Souček. Everton versus Chelsea. Lads, here's a secret. I was actually at a Chelsea game last night, seeing them play against Shamrock Rovers, where, weirdly, I managed to bluff a quick sit-down with TNT pundit Shay Given, where I chewed off his ear with mindless nonsense about how I wanted to be a professional footballer when I was young.
The only difference between me and you, Shay, you have world-class talent, alright? I
skipped that part?
I'll tell you this now, I was a winger who did not pass the ball, incredibly selfish, and
that's not a bad thing.
Nah, it was, listen, you know what, I know Aidan McGeady is a thing, so it can happen, it can. But listen, I'll tell you now, I would have never been a pro. English coaches would have wanted to throw me off a cliff, alright?
Why?
I was never gonna make it. Just ask Toby from the Sidemen.
It's like he looks good and bad playing football at the same time, and I don't know what it is.
Well, one final thing, Shay, before we go. It is Christmas, right? And it's a season of giving, right? So I've got yeah, I know you look nervous.
A season of Shay giving, or a season?
There we go. Look at this. Well, listen, I've got something to give you now, and I know there's nerves in your face. I know.
I've got nothing to return.
Nah.
What am I watching?
I'm trying to sneak them past the producers, right? But I've got something to give you. But before I give you it,
This is car crash material. Oh no!
what was the?
There's always nerves before any game, isn't there? Nerves talking to you at the minute.
Oh, it's like watching the worst first date in the world.
What do you think I have in my hand here, Shay? Anyone?
Oh, stop talking, you lunatic!
Well, it's not bad. I was hoping to open a present, but I'm not looking.
You might be a present now, Shay. What do you think it is? Is it a letter to Santa Claus, my grandmother's will, like a cease and desist from Jose Mourinho?
Oh, what did Shay Given ever do to deserve this?
Yeah, I know it's nervous and it's tense. I can sense the atmosphere. You have the ability now to ruin my life in 2 words, alright?
I think this might be the moment he realized he's sitting beside a raving lunatic. Poor old Shay is probably terrified I'm gonna start chewing on a diaper.
I received something in the post. It might as well be a letter from Hogwarts.
This was so strange. Such an odd interaction. But by the way, Shay Given is an absolute legend. And yes, make sure to go ahead and use TNT Sports, the home of the Europa Conference League fixtures this season. And the Europa League.
You have the ability to crush my life right now, okay?
Let's go for a 2-0 Chelsea. I don't think it's going to be much of a debate, really.
Not much of a debate. No, this is the moment where you are factually incorrect, Luke. Because I am confidently stating that actually the Toffees will accidentally boost Liverpool's title credentials by taking points off Chelsea.
We'll go Chippy Chips Palmer with 1, and who else is in that Chelsea team doing well? Cucurella, why not? He can score.
1-1. People talk about a new manager bounce, but what about a new owner bounce? I mean, I remember the first match after Mike Ashley was wrestled out of Newcastle. Yes, the Magpies lost, but that's no surprise. It was nearly November, and they were yet to win a match, and they were up against a Spurs team brimming with world-class talent. But lads, it was an electric atmosphere. Newcastle went 1-0 up early on. And so I'm telling you, Everton fans are going to produce a fierce atmosphere after the freaking takeover finally went through. And I know, although right now Sean Dyche must feel more insecure than a 12-year-old girl when the boy she likes doesn't text her back. Because he knows, like Bruce at Newcastle, he is a complete sitting duck. And I'm sorry, lads. The next Everton boss has Graham Potter written all over it. But still, 1-1, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and a late Cole Palmer penalty. Just you watch. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal.
I'm going to go...
He sounds like someone 10 minutes into a date with Boovy.
Ooh, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw in this game. Mateta and Will Hughes with the goals for Crystal Palace. Arsenal, bit of Kai Havertz. He always gets a goal, doesn't he? And we will say Gabriel.
A draw. Dropped points for Arsenal. Oh, wow. This is big. Look, Arsenal just squeezed past Crystal Palace in the League Cup quarter-final. I will go for another Arsenal win. They need to be almost perfect to still have a chance at winning the league. So, 2-0. Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard. Just such a crucial victory. Fulham versus Southampton.
Next game, Fulham against Southampton. That's just great, isn't it?
Oh, he doesn't sound enthused, does he? That's great, isn't it? Yeah, he sounds like someone unwrapping his fourth Links Africa set halfway through Christmas Day.
I mean, it should be just a... It's going to be a 3-0 Fulham, isn't it? Like, Southampton are got no manager, and there might be a little bit of a manager bounce. I don't know if Corberan will be in by then.
Not only will Corberan not be in by then, but I don't think he ever will, because was he even in the running for the job? Firstly, Sheffield Wednesday boss Danny Role said no, and now they have plumped for one of the most uninspiring managerial appointments ever seen by a team in a relegation battle. This thing's when they gave Ruben Selles the job the last time they were in trouble. Because, I mean, does anybody know Ivan Juric? Don't worry, outside of Italian football, he's about as famous as that sheep across the road. He's just one of the many brief short-term flings Roma have gone through in their quest to finally get over Mourinho. Honestly, it's quite sad. This club has turned into Serie A's answer to Bridget Jones. Look, this man was on course to get Roma relegated. Yes, relegated! I mean, that's in the eyes of Roma. Claudio Ranieri is an upgrade on the current Southampton manager. The Claudio Ranieri who, since winning Leicester the league, has helped get both Fulham and Watford miserably relegated. So Southampton, this is such a dreadful appointment. You're relegated now. That's all there is to it. Could you not have just begged David Moyes? Because Juric, he offers zero hope. This man was sacked by Genoa 3 times in 2 years. Yes, 3 sackings in 2 years by the same club. That looked like more of a toxic relationship than Jonah Hill's with food. The fact he went back to Genoa again, a year after they sacked him twice within 6 months, I can already tell you he's got no self-respect. He is a Croatian doormat. And this might be a bit petty, but I might be the only one who finds it a bit weird that Southampton are hiring a metalhead. Someone who loves Metallica and Megadeth. I don't know why I find that so weird, but I do. This guy is probably this close to jumping up on stage and chomping the head off a bat.
I think Fulham will just dominate the game. You know, Harry Wilson will go Iwobi and a bit of Raul Jimenez with the 3 goals. We'll do a nice spread.
So yeah, I actually agree with Pingu. 3-0 Fulham. Raul Jimenez, Harry Wilson and Rodrigo Muniz. If Southampton actually win this match, then I will eat an entire box of Cocoa Pops in one sitting. What a sick Christmas that would be. Leicester versus Wolves.
Is it rude to predict a bad scoreline for Leicester? Yeah, go on then. We'll go 1-0 Wolves. Last minute goal for Craig Dawson from a corner. Just bang it in, mate. Go on.
You know why he said Craig Dawson? Because we did a football tenable last week, named the top 10 highest centre-back goal scorers in the Premier League era. And yeah, I should have done better, absolutely. I was humming and hawing over the name Gary Cahill for what felt like an hour. But yeah, Dawson was one of the answers. Dawson. Who would have ever guessed Dawson over Skirtle, Gabriel, Vidic? But look, no, I don't think Wolves are winning this one. It's a huge match, but 1-1. Facundo Buonanotte and Totti. Man United versus Bournemouth.
Let's go for a 3-1 Manchester United. We'll go Garnacho, Bruno, and who else with a goal? Who could sneak in a goal? Maybe Delict from a corner. Yeah, I like a defender scoring a goal.
You like defenders scoring a goal. This is a dig. A blatant dig at me.
For that one. And then for Bournemouth with a goal, we will say Kurikez, the left back. Go on.
Look, I said last Christmas that Bournemouth would spend this Christmas in the top 4, so I have to go for a win. And yeah, I think the Cherries will win at Old Trafford again. I think the Man United players will be exhausted by that frenetic League Cup quarter-final against Spurs. So yeah, I'll go for a shock 3-1 Bournemouth win. One from Amad Diallo, but then strikes from Dango Otara, Justin Kluivert and Evie Nielsen. Just you watch. Shock win coming up. Tottenham versus Liverpool.
Yeah, 1 goal for Liverpool, Diego Jota.
You know what? This is a big game. It always is between Spurs and Liverpool. But come on, Spurs are absolutely flying right now after smacking in their 13th, yes, 13th goal past a Manchester club this season. And I know Liverpool have an extra day's rest, but I can just sniff a Liverpool defeat. I mean, come on, they haven't lost away from home since what, April? And even that was still in the city of Liverpool, just a mile down the road. This unbelievable away form surely cannot continue. Arne Slot has to lose a game away from home, surely. So yeah, I think Spurs will surprise them. And so yeah, 2-1 Tottenham win. A goal from Mo Salah, 1 for Dejan Kulusevski, and then a Solanke winner against his former club. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Big thanks to Pingu for coming on. Go check him out. He is the evil quizmaster of YouTube. But yeah, how do you think you're gonna do, Luke?
I think I've gone too many wins, to be honest. I think there'll be more draws.
But yeah, big thanks, Pingu. Go check him out. Any final words?
So we'll have to wait and see how those go. So yeah, appreciate you inviting me to the channel anyway. And hopefully the Derby shirt's not too expensive.
All right, we'll see. Anyway, that's the end of the video, lads. Let me know in the comments below. How do you think I'm going to get on? Who do you want to see on next? All right, let me know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, because as always, I'll talk shit a while. Now I really need some sleep.